Great. So we are recording now this session. So first of all, thank you very much for joining us today on this webinar. Okay, my name is Maria Fernandez, Acrylic Wi-Fi Product Marketing Manager. I'll be presenting this live demo, and for the next 45 minutes, I'll be explaining how to get started with Acrylic Wi-Fi Heatmaps, our site survey tool. I'm here with Miguel Tarasco, Acrylic R&D Director. Okay, he'll be replying you to any question that may come up during the session. Okay, so please use the group chat so he can reply you and all of you can read it. As I've said, the presentation will last for 45 minutes, and after a small overview about our company, where we'll explain who we are and what we do, we'll start with the live demo on how to perform a site survey with Acrylic Wi-Fi Heatmaps. This session then is divided into 4 blocks: how to create a project, and how to calibrate a blueprint, how to collect data, how to read the results as a third block, and the last one, how to create a professional report to validate the network. After each block, I'll make a pause to get back to those points that are not really clear, to reply to some of your questions out loud. Okay. However, in order to speed up the session, and since you guys are many people attending our webinar today, so thank you, Miguel will be replying you through the chat, okay? So please send your questions to all of us so everybody can read you. We won't be able to reply private questions, okay? But you can always drop us an email and we'll be very happy to get back to you, okay? So, well, and as I've said before, we are recording the webinar. Okay, so we'll send it to you guys so you can view it as many times as you want. We're going to wait for like 1 minute more. Okay, is there someone asking for the email? I'll put it on the screen in a few minutes, okay? But just to let you know, it's info@acrylicwifi.com, okay? Okay, so many people already online, so we're going to start the presentation. Thank you again for joining us today and hope you enjoyed the session. Okay, so let's start. Here we are, what we do and who we are. Okay, so Acrylic Wi-Fi is Tarlogic's security software division. Tarlogic is a Spanish startup focused on cybersecurity, founded in 2011. For these 5 years, we've been carrying out many cybersecurity projects for the biggest companies in our country. So we're nowadays very well known in the industry. Acrylic Wi-Fi, as I've said, is focused on the development of an innovative line of professional Wi-Fi analysis tools that help us to streamline and simplify these tasks. Even if we are quite young, actually, our tools have become a benchmark in the Wi-Fi analysis and security field, with thousands of satisfied users around the world. So maybe you've heard about us before. I hope so. Well, nowadays we have 2 products on the market, Acrylic Wi-Fi Professional and Acrylic Wi-Fi Heatmaps. And this is going to be a very introductory notes about them. You can download a free trial version from our website, okay? So you can check by yourself all the features about our products. So as a very small overview, Acrylic Wi-Fi Professional is a troubleshooting tool that provides detailed information about the nearby networks, detects any performance problem, and offers suggestions for improvement. So this is very useful and helpful for IT departments. Well, it analyzes network performance, as I said, such as signal levels, access points transmitting, channels, and security mechanisms, amongst other values. And based on that parameter values, it suggests improvement tips. One of Acrylic WiFi Professional main features is that we have developed a driver that allows a conventional Wi-Fi card to work on monitor mode, okay? So you can see not only the access points transmitting, but also the clients connected to it, and analyze as well packets from Acrylic WiFi Professional itself or Wireshark. As I said, you can always download the trial version, so give it a try and you'll let us know, okay? And well, Acrylic WiFi Heatmaps, the site survey tool, just 2 notes about it before we get hands on it. Is a site survey tool, okay, that allows to easily analyze Wi-Fi network coverage, performance, and security during a quick walkthrough. After capturing data, Acrylic WiFi Heatmaps displays more than 14 high-definition and editable plots about the different Wi-Fi network quality parameters, such as signal levels, for example, AP coverage, latency, bandwidth, and many more. Okay, so we can easily validate any network. After introducing our tools, of course, you can also download the Acrylic WiFi Heatmaps free demo version too, okay, from our website. Well, after introducing our tools, we're going to talk about our customers who use these kind of tools. Well, most of our customers are integrators or IT service providers, okay, and use them to troubleshoot networks and perform post-deployment analysis, and so confirm the Wi-Fi network meets the final customer needs. They also add value to the projects since they can provide their customers with a comprehensive report. And finally, they also use Acrylic WiFi tools to create more business opportunities, showing on a map, for example, where the network doesn't meet any specific performance levels, and then offering a solution to the client, okay? On the other hand, we also have many customers from IT departments of middle-sized to big companies that they want to troubleshoot the Wi-Fi and also perform some periodical checks of the overall performance of the Wi-Fi network. And just to finish this short overview, I want to say that based on innovation, commitment, experience, and high-quality standards, our aim is to help people to analyze, validate, and optimize the wireless networks, providing them with easy-to-use and cutting-edge tools. We hope we get so. Okay, you can reach us at acrylicwifi.com, as I said, or by sending us an email to info@acrylicwifi.com. Okay, so if you don't have any question for this moment, we can start with the demo. Okay, I think Miguel is already replying to some questions. I think Miguel is already replying, I said. Okay, perfect. And we have a question here about how does it the spectrum analysis? Well, actually, Acrylic WiFi Heatmaps is compatible with WiSpy. I guess you may know about it, and the spectrum analyzer, from MetaGeek. Okay, we'll talk about it later. So, if it's okay with all of you, we continue with the presentation. And we start using the tool. Okay, perfect. So let's start the first block, creating a new project, okay? In order to do so, we go to the main screen, quick start, and create new project. So Acrylic asks for the project's name. In this case, we're going to do a survey on a shopping mall, okay, called As Cancelas. Okay, we can also add a brief description. Our client's name, in this case, As Cancelas 2. And we can also add a logo, okay? we have this. This is going to be the information in the front cover of the report, okay? However, all the information added here can be afterwards modified, okay, from the main menu. I'll show how to do it. Well, once all the project data has been defined, we need to do the same for the locations, okay? Locations are the different surveyed areas of a project. For example, the floors in a building or the faculty buildings in a university campus. In this case, it is okay, the ground floor, because we're going to perform the site survey on the ground floor of the mall. We can also enter a short description as well, but I think it is okay, the entry hall. We're going to use this. And regarding indoor site surveys, like this case, we normally use blueprints or satellite maps as positioning references, okay? So we can select a blueprint from here, from Acrylic WiFi Heatmaps, and use it to know where we actually are. We just need, well, to do that, to select a file, open it, select a blueprint, open it, and then we need to choose a type of calibration, okay, to define its dimensions. So we can do it manually by indicating a known distance between 2 points, for example, in meters or feet, or we can do it in a more simpler way using a GIS provider such as Google Maps, like in this case. So I'm going to show you how to do it this way because it's cooler, I think, as well. So if we choose this option, we need to enter the surveyed location address on here, in this case. And look for it on Google Maps, okay? Once we found the location, we center the blueprint. In this case, we have it here, perfect. When we have the blueprint centered, we just need to change the opacity, for example, to help us with the adjustment, okay? We change the size, we make it smaller or bigger. Correct one, and we change rotation, okay, to find the right position. I think we have it here a little bit smaller. Okay, so we're ready. We press OK and add locations. We can add as many locations as we want to. We can do it here, for example, if we want to survey also the first floor, for example, or we can do it from the main menu when we're already using the software. Okay, so if it is okay from you, we can continue with the second block. We press OK, and we're ready to continue. Perfect. Any questions to here? Well, oh God, there are many questions. Miguel is replying them. Well, I think I cannot say much more because you guys today are many people here. Thank you. So I'm not able to handle everything. Okay, perfect. So let's move to the second block. Okay, how to collect data. Okay, so from here, Acrylic, you can see Acrylic has 3 different sections: site survey and results visualization, Wi-Fi quality, and report generation. So from this main window, we can select the kind of survey we want to perform. The by default analysis is a passive survey, okay, on which the Wi-Fi card is only listening. I mean, it's capturing data but not sending any packet, okay? We can add as well, we can perform both passive and active survey at a time, selecting it here. An active survey, it's when we need to have two different Wi-Fi cards, and one will be listening to the network and the other one will be communicating with the server. Okay, so we can obtain latency or bandwidth data, for example. So, and this way, analyze the user experience, for example. For this, we need, as I said, two different Wi-Fi cards. And our latest version, as I've said before, allows to perform spectrum analysis too. Okay, so if you have a Metagig Wi-Fi, you can use it with Acrylic right now. So then you can have information about noise sources that might be affecting the network performance, etc. Okay, in this case, I don't have here two Wi-Fi cards, but I'm going to use the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Okay, so we're going to perform a passive plus RF spectrum analysis at the same time. So what happened? Once we have selected that, we can start collecting data. In order to do so, we just click on the play button and provide a name for the scan. In this case, we're going to say OK to scan number 1. The scans in each location, you can perform as many scans as you want to. For example, in two different moments, for example, just to check how quality levels have changed during a period of time, for example. So it is OK with that scan. And we just select our current position on the map. So let's imagine I'm here and not in the office as I'm actually. So let's imagine that I'm actually here, as I said, and I move through the facilities. I can click on the map where I am, so Acrylic Wi-Fi can take measurements on that point. Well, actually, there are two kinds of taking measurements, okay? The continuous mode and the stop and go mode. Of course, the GPS is for outdoors surveys, okay? So for indoors, you can use the stop and go or the continuous mode. The stop and go is the one set by default, and we need, as I've said, to indicate where we are in the map. So Acrylic will take the measurement at that point, as we are doing now, okay? After we are done with the first point, we must repeat this process in every location we want to collect data. This method is recommended for small places, okay, or facilities with many rooms, such as hotels, for example, because you need to click on every single point you want to collect data. If you choose the continuous capture mode, okay, it only requires us to enter our position at the beginning of the survey. In this case, let's say we're here, and then we can start working straight at a constant pace until we reach a corner where we'll select our position once again. Okay. Well, with this continuous mode, we only press in two different points, but for all our way, Acrylic has been taking data, okay, has been collating data. So it automatically captures data along our way. This method is highly recommended for large surveyed areas, okay, since we don't need to stop to click on the map everywhere we want to collect data. So imagine we're here in the 19 point, and we continue moving to the right corner, the upper corner. Okay, we will do something like that. We will be moving, at a constant pace and straight, and then we click again when we find a corner. Once again, Acrylic WiFi Heatmaps collects data all along our way. Okay, so while we're collecting data, you can see here on the right side of the screen that you can visualize the collected information in real time for all detected networks, okay? We can see the different details such as the access points in operation, for example, maximum transfer rates, supported communication protocol, etc. And at the bottom of the screen, we also have information about the different networks' signal strength levels. We can see here, if we select a network, we can see the column, the signal strength level in a period of time, of course. If we choose the 2.4 gigahertz or the 5 gigahertz, we can see all the networks being, the channels in which each network is being transmitted. Okay, select different ones. We don't have anything on 5 gigahertz. That's a pity. Okay, and as I've said before, Acrylic new version supports e-spectrum analysis. Okay, so from this section we can see in real time the signal strength of any transmission in 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. In this case 2.4 because I'm using a 2.4 WiFi. Well, the information will depend on the WiFi we are using actually. And a waterfall here that represents these emissions over time. Okay, after we have collected all data we want to, we can pause or stop the scan. In this case, I'm going to stop it. Any questions came up to this point? Oh God, Miguel is working too much. There are many questions. Okay. Well, I'm reviewing that. Well, we don't need 2 different antennas for different bandwidth. No, actually, Wi-Fi, there's one for only capturing data on 2.4, but there's another one that's a bundle, and it works for both bands, okay? And you don't need to have an extra antenna. Okay, so after this second block where we saw how to capture data while we are working through the facilities, we can start to analyze the data we have been collecting, okay? I'm going to close this project because, as I've said, I'm not actually in the shopping mall. I'm in the office right now. So I'm going to open the real project we made there with real measurements. Okay, perfect. So, well, as I've said, after capturing data, we need to read the results, okay? This is a very important part in validating any network, okay? We need to read what we collected and understand what's happening in there. So from the same section, the site survey and results visualization, we can perform the post-site survey analysis. We can create different kind of heat maps or plots depending on the analysis we have performed. If we have done a passive survey, we will have these plots available, and if we have done an active as well, we will have information about bandwidth, latency, packet loss, and API roaming, as I said before. So let's start by creating one of the most common and relevant plots for validating any network, okay? The signal strength level. In order to do so, we need to check here the plot we want to create and the network we want to visualize. Okay, so the heat map depicts the signal level by color, attending to its strength. We can modify the color scheme to display maximum and minimum signal strength levels. I'm gonna put it like this because I think it's more visual. Okay, and we can also define minimum thresholds, like here, for example, but I think it's okay, minus 75. Okay, 77, it's okay. And we can change opacity as well, of course, the different colors, etc. Okay, so let's go to add some more context to this plot, okay? Let's display the location of the different access points on the map. So we go here to the access points tab and select the network. So we can see that Acrylic Wi-Fi automatically calculated the AP's location. Okay, so we can see the areas with greater coverage are those surrounding the APs. This gives us more context to understand this plot. And of course, we can also display on the map the route we followed when walking through the facilities. Okay, so we select it from here. And as you can see here, depending on the kind of capture type we selected, the stop and go or continuous mode, the route points will be depicted differently. Okay, so the points we selected on the map, we click on, they are in green, like these ones, they are the biggest ones, and the small blue points, they are those locations where Acrylic Wi-Fi took all the measurements by itself automatically. Okay, so we've been moving like this, and we only click on the first and the 42 points. Okay, those in the middle have been automatically calculated by Acrylic Wi-Fi. Okay, so let's create some more plots. Okay, let's see, for example, the channel overlap. Okay, or the channel coverage. This. Okay, so in this map, it depicts the different broadcasting channels on different colors. Okay, so we can check if the infrastructure has been well designed following the 1-6-11 rule. Okay, that states to preferably use these channels in order to avoid co-channel interference and channel overlap. So we can see here that some of them are okay with the 1-6 channels, but some of them we need to check them again to see what's happening. And let's create, for example, if we perform an active survey that we didn't actually do, but since we changed the project, we can have information about bandwidth, latency, packet loss, or IP roaming. Let's check this as well. It will give us some idea about the user experience. Okay, so for example, this one on this one we can see how our laptop has been changing from an AP to another based on our position. Okay, so here we were connected to this pink MAC address and then change to the blue one. Okay, this is very interesting from a user experience point of view, as I said, because since we can check if we have access to that network, getting connected to different APs, okay, different access points in every location. Okay, so we can create many more plots, but I think this is okay for the time we have now. And if you don't want me to go back to any point that is not clear, we can continue with the last block to how to create a report. Okay, I'm gonna check if we have like some questions. Okay, someone asking why we need an additional Wi-Fi card. That's only if you want to perform an active survey. Okay, the one in your laptop, for example, will be listening to everything, but you need another one to get communicated to the server. Okay, so you can get real data about latency or bandwidth, for example. Okay, and other question, that are the walls taken into consideration in the survey? Well, Acrylic Wi-Fi is an in situ analysis tool, okay? So it receives information from the nearby networks, okay? But it's not a planning tool, okay? So you get the real data that you are getting with any other device, I mean, like laptops, or mobiles, or anything. So you can have the idea how the network is going to be performing in a real situation. And of course, walls will affect the performance of the network. Okay, I hope I explained myself. I mean that you are getting real data, okay? So you're listening to the different antennas and APs and everything in the network, and you're getting real results, okay? The values of the different parameters we are analyzing. Okay, so let's move forward to the report generation section. Once we have analyzed the collected data, as we did, we can create professional reports, okay, to document and add value to our job. This is the way to show the client we have actually validated the network and everything is working as expected. So Acrylic Wi-Fi allows to create reports in 3 different formats. As you can see here, in Word format, in KMZ to visualize the data on Google Earth, or in CSV format, so you can open on a spreadsheet application. One of the main features are editable reports. Okay, since we can create our Word documents, we can customize it to our clients or even our own needs. Okay, I mean, we can change everything we want to, from including or not any section, or changing the text format, to integrating it into a greater report, for example. Sometimes some companies, they have their own reports on a bigger project, and they can also add some parts from Acrylics, okay? That's one of our customers' favorite features. So, well, in order to create these reports, at the right side of the window, right here, we need to select the data to be included in that report, okay? The survey locations, the different scans, we can select all of them, or just 2 of them, 3, whatever. And the network we want to have the report about, in this case, Ascantelas. If we display this, we can also have more detailed information about the network we're analyzing, like the MAC addresses for the different APs. Okay, so once we have this, we move to the left side and select the type of report we want to generate, okay, depending on the level of detail. We can use the default wizard, okay, to create an executive report containing a project's overview plus some graphics. A technical report that additionally includes the heat maps, okay, the heat maps we've been reviewing, or a complete report, which offers all the information in a much more granular way, maybe for the IT department, for example, okay? So they can have all the information, all the detailed information of their network. We can also select by ourselves, of course, the report sections, instead of choosing a by default format. So in this case, okay, we're going to create a document, a Word document. We select everything, we add all the different sections, and we just select the target folder and the language. You can create professional reports in English, German, French, and Spanish as well. So after we selected everything, we just press the generate button and wait until Acrylic does the magic. I have here actually the report I created like a few minutes ago. Okay, so I'm opening it just to show you what you can find on the report. As I said before, if we include our client's name and logo when we create the project, the front cover will contain this information, but of course it is completely editable. We can erase this or whatever, you can change whatever we want to, okay? Well, this document offers a complete picture of the Wi-Fi network status. We can display information about the access points, for example, the networks, really detailed information about the networks, or checking the security protocol, the AP vendor, for example. Everything you can imagine is in here. Okay, and of course we can review all the heat maps we have created before. Okay, this is a very thorough report, and so the best way to validate a network and add some value to our job. Because we don't only perform a post-deployment site survey to check if everything was working fine, but we also deliver an exhaustive document on the network performance. Okay, so I think, okay, we're on time. Fantastic. So I don't know if you have any question. I'm gonna check here. Okay, someone asking if instead of walking around to capture the data points, can Acrylic read data from a stationary grid access points system? No, actually it is not, because the aim to perform a site survey is actually moving around the facilities and then getting real information about the status of the network in all those points. For example, if we didn't move across the facilities, for example, we wouldn't get information about the AP roaming, for example. Okay, we need to check actually in there, okay, these parameters in order to have an idea of the user experience, for example. Okay. Okay, I think that some of the questions you are sending directly to me instead of everyone, because some of them, they're not. Okay, I think Miguel is not seeing all the questions you're sending, because some of them, they may be on the private, just to me. Okay, so I don't know if you're reading all these questions, for example, but what is the report we should use to assess the user experience? Okay, if we want to measure the user experience, you need to perform an active survey. Okay, as I've said, you need to use 2 different Wi-Fi cards. Okay, and you will have information about bandwidth, latency, packet loss, and AP roaming. So you will be able to identify how a client's device will, which kind of quality level a client device will have with that network. Okay, can you show us a demo for that? Okay, that's a very good point. We'll be having more webinars and more sessions like these ones, and the next one will be an active survey. Okay, so we don't have enough time today to do so, but keep an eye then on our training section, okay, and you'll find more information about new and upcoming webinars. On the other hand, I think we already have a video in our YouTube channel with all the information to how to proceed with an active survey. Okay, so you can check it as well, because I think it's very interesting and very simple. I mean, it's very well explained how to do so. Okay. Well, I think we have many other questions that some of them they are being sent directly to me, so we're not able to reply all of them right now, but for sure, okay, we'll be trying to reply you by email as well if we left some of your questions without an answer today, this evening and this morning for you guys in the US. So, well, if we are done, we'll be finishing this session today, but we want to share before with you a poll, okay, asking for your opinion about this webinar. Let me check if I can. Okay, perfect. I think you're saying that. That's a poll to ask your opinion about this webinar, okay? We would highly appreciate your answers, okay, so we can improve for upcoming sessions. Even if you have any suggestion, like someone who asked for the active survey webinar, it would be great, okay, because we will take all this information so we can improve for next sessions, even whatever you want to. You can share with us any suggestion or comment you have. You can write us an email to info@acrylicwifi.com, and well, yeah, any feedback will be very very appreciated. Okay, so as I suggested, keep an eye on our training section, okay? We're working on many other sessions, apart from the monthly demos on how to use the Acrylic WiFi Heatmaps. We're also working on different webinars, okay? Such as active surveys, as I said, or use cases in different scenarios, etc. Okay? Oh, yeah, that Miguel is replying to someone asking, would software to accurately create floor plans? Actually, most of our customers, they use the AP vendors planning tools. They are quite accurate, they're actually great. And, well, actually, that's a very good idea because they share it with you by free, I think. Okay. Okay, someone asking for a clear picture about the two Wi-Fi cards. I think I cannot access here to the our YouTube channel. Okay, but be sure I'll take a note of this and be sure I'll be sharing with you all the information about the active survey. Okay, I'll send you the link as well with this webinar. Well, as we've been recording this this presentation, we'll send it to you guys so you can actually view this video whenever you want to. And we hope you enjoyed this session today, this demo, and of course we hope to virtually see you in future presentations like this one. Thank you very much again for being with us today, and bye. If there's not any other question, we'll be finishing the webinar now. Thank you very much for all your great comments and for being so active during the webinar as well. Thank you.